guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys had a wonderful Saturday evening, well morning. It is a little after lunch. We're knocking our video out early today because we got some fun stuff to go through. Alright, so this video is a little unorthodox than what you're used to, but guys, before you get into this, smack that subscribe button below. Become part of the huge family that we have. Coming up on 150 subscribers for our next giveaway, guys, so you're going to be one part of that. So what we have here today is some private stock here from Captain Morgan. We're going to be sipping on some good old rum while we talk about some things. So this one here was not like your normal taste test video, but it is still a review. However, this is something that is personal in my life. Not really personal, but something I went through. So tell me, you guys, what you think. Alright, so the thing about this one is, if you ever think about joining the military, right? I get this all the time. Every time I go somewhere, or you always got those people like, oh, I was going to join, but, or I would punch a drill sergeant, but you always got those people. But this is for the people that specifically want to join, right? You're going to go out there, you're going to go sign those papers, right? I only done an 8-year contract, 6 inactive, 2 inactive, or 6 active years in the National Guard, 2 inactive years as inactive reserve, which I'm doing right now, and I'm finishing up my contract. But the best thing you need to do when you start looking into this kind of stuff is make sure you have a good recruiter. They're going to lie to you. A lot of these recruiters out here are slimy and schemy. When you come into those kind of situations, make sure that they're not telling you things that aren't true or aren't going to happen, because that stuff's going to happen, guys. If they're like, oh, you're never going to deploy, you're probably going to deploy. National Guard deployments are every 5 years within the unit if they're eligible to deploy. Active duty, I think it's every 3 years they're supposed to deploy, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong on that. I wasn't active duty, so I don't know. To make sure you read all your documents. I didn't read anything. I just signed that paper. I was like, I want to go, I want to go, I want to go. I didn't choose my MOS. My MOS was just like, hey, you're this. Right? That's what I got. I ended up being an engineer. We went and built stuff. I learned a lot of great hands-on things that I could use as a civilian. If you're looking at this as a retirement goal, then do whatever you feel need fit. But if you're looking at this as like a 4-year or a 6-year plan, guys, make sure you choose an MOS that you come, or a class, or whatever you choose in different branches of the military, that you come out and you have a hands-on skill to where you can go out and get a job and be able to make that money that you want to make, because starting out in the military does not pay that great. That's another thing that they're like, oh, you can have all this money, you can get this, you can get that. When I deployed, I barely made maybe $30,000 tax-free. So your money is not that big of a difference as a civilian job unless you're higher ranked. Now, you can get higher rank through ROTC in high school, but I think they got rid of that. You only start out as a private now instead of a fuzzy. You get a little chevron. You can go to college, get you a degree, and then go in. You can do ROTC in college and become an officer. There's a lot of different things that you have options to. So don't be threatened, and don't be seated and scared when you're talking to a recruiter. Ask questions. If I would look back on it now, I would have asked a lot more questions, like, what am I going to be doing? What's this? What's that? How's this? Because at the time, I didn't know anything. And a lot of my friends that I was with in my unit, they had bonuses. They had sign-on bonuses. They got college benefits and stuff like that. But I didn't read that paperwork. I didn't make sure I had those kind of things inside there. I didn't get a sign-on bonus because I didn't ask about it. I didn't read about it. I was misinformed, miscued on what I should necessarily be doing, right? So you want to always make a fun joke. Everybody's like, hey, you should sign this paperwork. I was like, hey, might as well. Not like I signed my paperwork away to sign my life away, because you never know. You never know what you're going to find in that small print. That's where they get you at, too. It's like the very, very fine print. And whenever they tell you to go to MEPS, like they always tell you to say no. You always get told to say no. MEPS knows this, but if you have something seriously wrong with you, whether you have asthma real bad or you have some type of issue, don't lie about that kind of stuff. Like, if you've had something that's been traumatically injured to you, You need to talk about that kind of stuff and make sure they know, because some of that stuff can hinder you from being enlisted because of potential dangers that it could happen, occur during basic training, your regular training after that for your MOS, and typical duties that you would do at your unit or overseas. Because if you've had hip surgeries, or if you have heart conditions or asthma, really bad asthma or something, the gas chamber can really mess you up. There's a lot of different things. The high ropes course, a lot of things can really go through with that. So, however, like I'm saying, make sure the recruiter you have, they're not being shady. They're answering your questions to the fullest of their ability. You have some really great recruiters out there. I have a friend now that was in my unit. If you guys want a recruiter and want to just talk to somebody, let me know. I can probably hook you up with a really good guy to talk to. He can't recruit you because they have certain districts and stuff, but they can definitely put you in the right direction, guys. The military is not something I regret. It's funny, everybody's like, oh, it's just a weekend warrior, fun, bang, bang, woo. I don't care how you want to look at it. Yeah, I was in the National Guard. That's what I did. But it's all the same. We all do the same things. No matter what we're doing, we're there to do the same fight. As reluctant as that sounds, everybody says the same things, niche, but that is what it is, guys. Go out there, get that degree, get that job. And it's a lot of the people, the smaller class people that end up going in to do this because it is for college. You can go in there and they help you pay for college. They help you go to college. You learn so many different hands-on skills. I can do like heavy equipment now. I can do masonry work, electrical work, plumbing work, carpentry work, framing work. I can do a lot of things that I kind of knew before because I don't want my grandpa, but now I'm proficient at it. And that's what's really good about learning new jobs inside the military and what they were able to teach me without me having to not go to college. If I would have kept growing up the way I was and the way my family was, we wasn't rich, we didn't have all that money, so I was probably not going to go to college. But the military helped me. I have an associate's degree in health science and medical administration. I've done a small studies in management. And it helps out a ton when you start doing things like that and having those great things behind you. Not to mention the benefits you get with being in the military for the VA. It's very slow, but the benefits are really decent. The insurance is really good. There's a lot of things you got to look into when you go into, if you have a family and you get married, you make more money. You have kids, you make more money. There's a lot of things you got to be cautious about too, because they will screw you over. It is the government, and that's what they do, and that's what they do best, is screw people over. So, however, I did not get out on bad terms. I got out because my contract's up. I just wasn't happy anymore. The last deployment that I was on, and a lot of people in that unit can tell you, was not a great deployment. There's a lot of things that happened. Me personally, I was going through a lot of things my own self. Those close to me over there know about that, and some home. But there was a lot of things that I was going through, and just the unit, and the whole thing itself was really not the best deployment. So it kind of ruined it for me. It wasn't that some of the leadership was great, but some of the leadership was worse, and that's what really made it bad. So that's what you also got to outlook for, guys, is things are going to be different. Things are going to change. If you can't adapt to change, you're not going to be good. If you can't adjust and do what you got to do to make sure that mission's done, then you're not going to be good for it. I was with one of my really best friends, my brother. We were called the twins overseas and stuff. We was always together, never seen us apart. And then we were like the who's. That's what we were. We wanted to be the sergeants. We wanted to make that change. We wanted to change the unit. We wanted to change it to be better. That's not how that works anymore. So we got out, or I did. He's still in. I believe he's finishing up his contract. He got his 5, I believe. So congratulations to him. But still, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. The world sucks, guys. It does. But if you're going to join the military, make sure you read your paperwork. Make sure you're really concise with what you want to do. My mother came in. I brought my mom, my stepdad, and my real dad. My stepdad's been in my life since I was 5, and my real dad, obviously, my mom. All right, they were all told that I would never deploy. Well, I deployed once, a 9-month deployment, and then I went to Germany for a training scenario. It's called like AT, and that's where we went for a little while. And so, I mean, you're going to do stuff that they say you can't, but they can't predict whether or not you're going to deploy or not. They can't tell you that. So, I mean, you might end up going to a unit that's deploying next year. They should know that kind of information, but they may not know what's going to happen a few years down the road. So keep that open mind. If you're going to do it, Go do it, guys. It's a great opportunity. I loved it, and I would definitely do it 1,000 times over. So, guys, if you're going to join the military, go do it. Do whatever branch you want, but we're all going to talk shit about each other because that's what we do. And if you're the Coast Guard, you just don't even count. But that's okay. Guys, you have a wonderful day. Cheers, y'all. And if I missed something, leave it in the comments. Also, guys, if you, like I said, if you want to join and you want to talk to somebody, I know some really good friends, and I'll be honest with you the best of my ability, and I'll try not to give you false hope, false lead, or any false information. So until then, guys, y'all have a wonderful evening. I know this video was a little bit different than what we're used to, but if you liked it, smash that like button below. If you're still here, I know this video is kind of long, hit that subscribe button below, become part of our huge family for 150 subscribers, and then we're going to be doing another whiskey bottle giveaway like we do on normal reviews. So, hey, until then, guys, y'all have a blessed evening, a wonderful night. I buy it so you guys don't have to. I try it so you guys don't have to. And I hope y'all have a wonderful evening. Hit that notification bell. It lets you know every single time I go live, which is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I go post videos every single day. So until next time, guys, y'all have a wonderful day.